These 10 facts about Neymar may surprise you. His $200 million secret comes first. Despite earning $200 million deals, Neymar recently became the most expensive transfer in football history, and he already plans to retire from the game due to his side business. Neymar's success at the casinos has allowed him to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars with only one hand behind the scenes. Neymar stated that he wants to give up football in order to pursue a career in professional poker because he has gotten so skilled at it. In addition to earning millions of dollars, he recently gave his dog the name Poker. However, at least Neymar is generating money from this new pastime because he lost over $100,000 for wearing something so unlawful at our 9th place. Neymar had more in mind for the 2014 World Cup than simply representing his nation. He wanted to show everyone what he had because it was the year's most watched sporting event. Neymar gave in to the crowd's need for excitement when it came to Brazil versus Cameroon. However, the action doesn't end there since Neymar scored his second goal 9 minutes later. You would expect that the competition's most talked about topic would be scoring twice. Since Neymar is a diva at heart, as we all know, he made the decision at halftime. He knew the cameras were flashing, so he literally flashed them right back. This man revealed himself, and the entire world saw his panties. But once the pics scattered all over social media, Neymar was literally put under an investigation because of an underwear violation. And this wasn't the first time Neymar repped something big under shorts, so he was faced with a $125,000 fine. But at least this wasn't as bad as the time he faced 6 years in jail, like in our number 8 spot. Growing up in the struggle, Neymar didn't know any better. At a young age, he was blessed with the opportunity to play pro football for Santos. They took him under their wing, got him sponsorship deals. Hell, they even paid him enough to move his entire family out the trenches. But when Neymar began playing for the club, he was keeping secrets. Yeah, he started breaking records, being compared to legends, and becoming one of South America's greatest young players. But all along, Neymar wanted to play somewhere else so badly, he was willing to risk life behind bars. And in 2013, Neymar shocked the world when out of nowhere, he was transferred to Barcelona. Now, Neymar claimed he wanted to play there because of its legendary history, but Santos felt like Barcelona was actually manipulating Neymar. So after the transfer was completed, Santos contacted FIFA and launched an all-out investigation. Not long after, Neymar began his Barcelona career at a new level like never before. So everyone should have been happy for Neymar's success. But Santos sat in the shadows, feeling like they got stabbed in the back. It turned out that when the transfer took place, on paper, Neymar was bought from Santos for $19 million. But behind the scenes, Barcelona made shady deals with Neymar's family to secretly send an extra $65 million. So when Santos found out, they felt like they got scammed. Him and his dad were facing jail time, and what seemed as a multi-million-dollar come-off now turned into bail money. But at least this didn't completely ruin his career, like what happened in our 7th spot. Because over the years, Neymar's developed an unhealthy addiction. Even though he's a role model to hundreds of millions of people, he still can't fight his urges, even if it's risking his professional career. Recently, he started suffering devastating injuries, and everybody thought it was just bad luck or coincidence. But it turned out, instead of training and practicing football like he gets paid to do, Neymar dropped his kicks for some clicks to become a full-time Twitch streamer. Once he started playing games like Call of Duty and CSGO, he got so good at gaming. Some of his highlights racked up over 1 million views, and when he realized that he had a live audience of over 100,000 people, the attention literally took over his life. I mean, we're talking about a grown-ass man who spent 40 on video game skins. And a few years back, when it was time for football's most prestigious award ceremony, the world realized just how bad Neymar's addiction was. It was the 2018 Ballon d'Or, and all the top players got together to celebrate the year's lucky award winner. And with Neymar being near the top of the ranks, showing up should have been a priority. But instead, he thought something else was more important: going viral. Dude was literally caught in fork skipping the awards just to play COD. Well, Twitter thought it was hilarious. But to me, it's actually concerning, cause sitting in a chair for hours a day definitely ain't healthy. I mean, it ain't in any of my workout routines. Trust me, I'm a professional. And I guess it explains why lately, Neymar's become more injury-prone than Derrick Rose. But hey, his addiction isn't anywhere near as bad as number 6 on our list. cause Neymar's been ruining lives since he was born. See, Neymar grew up with his family in the worst conditions imaginable. They could barely afford water, electricity, and were basically one mistake away from losing everything. But Neymar still found a way to asterisk it up. One month, his dad forgot about the electricity bill, and on the day it was due, he had to work. So even though Neymar was young, he had to be trusted with the money. And at first, he walked down the street and was cool with paying the bill. But all of a sudden, he saw a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where he could win his dream car, and there was no way he was passing that up. He went in, bought a raffle ticket, and later that night, he could barely sleep. All he could think about was cruising down the street in his new whip. Until the next morning, cause as soon as he opened his eyes, he heard it. Neymar jumped out of bed, ran out of his room, and there was Dad, pissed, as the electric company pulled up in their car, shut the power off. But hey, at least his dad eventually got over it, and the family was okay. Now something Neymar will never get over is what happened to our number 5 spot. January 26, 2020, PSG's Lille. Neymar came into the heated matchup with the Mamba mentality, and right from the jump, he started things off on the right foot, and Neymar was all smiles while PSG walked into halftime with a 1-0 lead. However, he started crying as soon as he entered the locker room and turned on his phone. Behind the scenes, these two were like brothers, but no one knew it. They played sports and socialized. In fact, they switched jerseys. Neymar was devastated to learn that his boy had died. He was aware, however, that the work was not done. In the second half, Neymar emerged determined to make an impression. Additionally, Neymar scored another goal as soon as he was awarded a penalty kick. He announced that this one was for 24. In order to permanently include Kobe in his life, Neymar contacted his tattoo artist after the game, with a personalized tattoo of his favorite Kobe saying, "People are not able to comprehend how obsessed I am with winning. Man, damn you. I wonder what Neymar did for the player who literally saved Kobe's career, like in our number 4 place. If Neymar did that for Kobe, Neymar was in pain behind the scenes, because he was carrying the weight of the entire world after being shifted. Neymar's life became chaotic as a result of the whole circumstance. He was crying on the pitch, even in front of his teammates. With the entire world's eyes on the 2014 World Cup, Sony secured the deal of a lifetime to become the official headphones of football for $280 million. So FIFA made sure players wearing any other brand were banned. And just to make sure players followed the rules, Sony gave free headphones to every single team. But it didn't take long for players to pull up to arenas and go through their pre-game routines to realize these headphones were ass. And once word started spreading about just how shitty these headphones really were, players knew they had to stand up for what they believed in. And we all know Neymar, man. He ain't one to bitch out from the spotlight. So even though a few weeks before he just gotten fined over $100,000, he figured, shit, why not $1 billion? Neymar literally contacted Beats by Dre, filmed a commercial, and debuted it during the World Cup. Over 34 million views later, Neymar single-handedly slapped Sony in the face. Additionally, Sony's corporation lost $1.7 billion in worth as the world discovered that Beats headphones were superior. Do you know what you could purchase with $1 billion, bro? $1 million timepieces, $12 million vehicles, and $14 million homes.